I am Creature, Joseph Melly, creator of the Seither Chronicles for the Battle Bunnies. Seither Chronicles is a trading card game that's based off the Battle Bunnies book, The Unlikely Spartan. What made me want to create this trading card game is taking all the characters from the Unlikely Spartan novel and bring them to a life where players can get their hands on their own character cards and create unique decks, playing their way through the Seither Chronicles game and writing their own story. The artwork is very, very unique and very special to this game. We have world-class artist Frank Linatra, who is the lead art designer for all the cards, really pushing them in their own category, in their own echelon. The artwork is all hand-drawn. 100% of everything you see is hand-drawn, and it takes tons and tons of hours to get the artwork to where it is today, just for each card. Yeah, so how will your story unfold? You know, and I think something like Battle Bunnies and the Seither Chronicles, people start off by experiencing the novel and learning the story and falling in love with some of those characters. And then what's great is taking that story and translating it into a card game. Not only that, but a trading card game where players will be able to open up packs and collect key cards. And the whole premise behind trading card games is you can take any card you want and make your own deck and then play your deck and then play against opponents. So writing your story and how will your story unfold, you are literally creating your own story with each card you include in your deck. So it gives players the complete control in how they play through their game. Decks we have are the Pirate and Viking classes. We have more classes to be released. We have the Shamans, the Valkyries, the Sorcerers, and the Spartans as our next classes of cards that'll be coming out, in addition to more characters and more classes coming in the future as well. If you're a TCG player that likes fun, story-based, creative trading card games, this is for you.
my microphone. Okay, let's start over with all the stuff I was talking about. And give a shout out to Jad for winning last week. Disco Fur came in second. Shiny Griffin came in third. John Gope was the bounty last week. Stretch Dragon took him out, so Stretch Rabbit is the bounty this week. And Aaron Favre, Cornelius Skullthumper, has put a bounty, an extra bounty, onto Stretch Dragon. It is a total of 15 Dark Seither and a legendary chest to anybody that knocks out Stretch Rabbit. I guess he's going by Stretch Dragon. He can't make up his mind what his name wants to be, so I guess now he's Stretch Dragon. So that's the new name, but this is the next installment of Poker at the Tavern. We play every Sunday. This is a collab game in between the Dead Poker Society. You were just about to tell me I'm muted. Yeah, I really need a producer, don't I, Frank? I need somebody that's looking over my shoulder, smacking me in the back of the head. Hey, dummy, turn on your microphone whenever all the commercials are off. But, man, where are we gathering today at, Frank? Are we gathering here or in the Battle Bunnies? Where are we gathering at? Because I'm over here in the tavern right now, just where I can let everybody know what's going on. We got 24 entrants. I don't know how many people have both of the roles. I know there's a decent amount. What do we have? 27, I think, was our maximum that I've seen play. We've got all of the regular crazies. Oh, see now, there's Stretch Dragon right there. He's under StretchNuttz. Right? Tape it right there, right in front of my monitor. Hey, stupid, turn on your microphone. Got all the regulars. There's John over from the Green Visor Gang. They've got a game going on this afternoon, I know. Ham Bear's joining us. All the normals. There's Jake from State Farm. There's Narf. Christikins typically doesn't play in the Poker at the Tavern, so don't see her name in there. Oh, got it. Yep, thank you for telling me. If you're brand new to the channel and you like what you're watching, if you like, you can go back and watch some of the other videos, but please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know whenever we have our videos. Typically, we broadcast on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, sometimes during the week if I'm home early enough, and just it really all depends on how I feel during the week, but until I retire. Oh, she's sleeping. Christikins is sleeping. Queen Christikins, all asleep. There's Jad right down there at the bottom. Jad was last week's winner, so let's see if Jad can pull the double. We'll see. Disco's chiming in. Happy Sunday, everybody. Love it, love it, love it. Gonna have some fun. Well, if everybody wants to join me, I'm over in the talk channel over in the Dead Poker Society. I figure that's the easiest place just to gather. I'm already here, so we'll see if anybody else pops in. So we know who the bounty is. It's Stretch Dragon, Stretch Rabbit, StretchNuttz, whatever name he goes by this week. So let's go ahead. We're going to get ready. We got about 15 minutes until game time. We are up to 24. I wanted to pull up this one right here. Boom! Bring up the Battle Bunnies. Woohoo! There are still Battle Bunnies on the secondary market. There's a healthy market going on. So just if anybody wants to join us, you have to have one of the Dead Poker Society summer bashes. June, in fact, because we are in June, it has to be the current month. But you can grab yourself one of the Battle Bunnies, and all you need to do is come over and grab one of the Hooligans, which these will be coming with a in real life trading card with the Battle Bunnies collectible card game that we showed the video to on the startup of the channel today. And these are so cute. You can grab one for 46 in Ether. They are on the Ethereum blockchain. Just so everyone knows, you can get one out of Series 1 or Series 2, or you can get one of the Genesis. Those work as well if you want to get in. But they're so cute. Like, see, like this one, he's busy licking a plate. This one's got the snow going on. These are the ones that I like. I think they're so cute with the background. And you know what? There was actually one that I was looking at. It actually had a signed background. So that's one of those special backgrounds. I'm not sure where it is. You know what? This might be it. Nope, that's not it. But he's cute too. I want to find that signed background. Where did it go? Oh, you know what? That's it right there. There it is right there. See right there? Franklin Sinatra, signed background on it. Boom, boom, right there. Blow that puppy up. See it? It's right there. Woo! A signed background is on the floor for only 46. So if you want to get into the Battle Bunnies and be able to play in these, if you're one of the Dead Poker Society holders, because I know we have 80 holders, up 3 holders from yesterday, so there's 80 people that hold Summer Bash, unique owners. I don't know how many are in the Battle Bunnies. Frank would have to let me know that information, or somebody on the team. But you can get yourself a signed background. So, you know, signed winter background. There's only 2% of them in the collection. And you know what? That's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Looks like he's licking some green goo off there. Got his nightshirt on. The little Hooligan. So cute. And of course, all these ones from GT, you would really be helping him out if you grab one of these off the floor, because he can use every little bit of extra that he can get. Still has the issues. Haven't heard anything different. Let's see. There's still some ghost bunnies, and these come with collectible cards as well. The first dragon we see is this one right here. So she's going for $100. And you know what? In order to get into the Battle Bunnies, that's a pretty decent starting price. Especially if you get a dragon that you really like, that's really pretty. And how can you beat it? I mean, NFTs are still going strong. The Battle Bunnies are going as strong as ever. August is quickly approaching, or not August, I meant to say October. October is quickly approaching, and it's going to be the second annual championship for the Battle Bunnies TCG. So the overall champion for the year will be crowned at Richmond with the TCG championships going on. So those are going to be coming up here pretty quick. It's not going to be very long. We're going to be on the 3rd annual, then the 4th annual. Pretty soon we'll have a 10 years in. Time flies whenever you enjoy what you're doing. And that's flying as well, because we're already, we're into our 10th. Let's see, August, yeah, September 23rd will mark the Dead Poker Society YouTube channel's 1-year anniversary, because that's whenever I uploaded the first video last year, was on September 23rd. And my goodness, what a lot has changed in just a year. The Richmond inaugural tournament, the minting out of 3 different bashes in a row now. We've gone through an entire year of actual bashes, which are the seasonal bashes. And the Battle Bunnies have their collectible card game out. The collectible cards are out. You saw that commercial. And there's just so much going on with the Dead Poker Society and the Battle Bunnies. And if you like what you see, come on over, give it a test run. Not everybody's going to like it, but you know what? We're guaranteed that a lot of people will, and a lot of people do like the Battle Bunnies and the Dead Poker Society. So that's what's going on in the world of the Battle Bunnies. Let's see what the lowest price is on Series 2. Series 2, Series 2 is going to cost you. There's only 3 out of 600 that are listed. That's how much people are holding on to the Battle Bunnies. Whenever they have a mint, it sells out almost immediately. There's not a whole lot of secondary sales like with the Series 2. Look at this. The cheapest one is 0.1 Ether. So it's going to cost you $370 just to get one of the Series 2 dragons, which are the Dark Dragons. So, you know, just insane. Absolutely insane. Looks like Ascension's trying to weasel this one out of Rather Lost for half price. Wonder if Rather's going to go for it. That was offered 21 days ago, and it's an expired offer. Ascension was trying to get one of the Dark Dragons out of Rather. Rather said, no. Have it up there for 0.1 ETH, and I'm not letting it go for less than 0.1 ETH. Go over to the Dead Poker Society, And we're already at 0.27 Ethereum volume, which it counts it in ETH, even though the secondary sales are all done in Matic. Like I said, we have 80 owners now. So that's going great. Oh, you know what? It wouldn't take much for me just to look and see. There's 280 unique owners for the Battle Bunnies. So over 3,750 mints, there's 280 unique owners. So that's quite a good ratio. Let's see what it is on the Series 2. It's in 118 unique owners for the Series 2. And for the Genesis 300, the Spartans, there's 152. So all 300 Spartans are only owned by 152 unique owners, and there's 41 Ether volume on the Spartans, just so everyone knows. But let's go back over to the Dead Poker Society. If you want to get one of these for June, you'd have to come down here and hit Access Month June. This is in order to play in the Poker at the Tavern. So you have to have a Battle Bunny out of either Series 1, Series 2, or out of the Genesis. So you're going to spend about 50 bucks, probably a little bit more whenever you take into account gas fees. But you can get a one either for 0.0057 Ether. Who put up one for Ether? Mike put up one for just Ether. So it's $21 in Ether, but you'd have to pay gas fees there. And for the 35 Matic on the Polygon chain, you'd only pay $22.88. So you'd actually pay less overall if you get it for the Matic instead of the Ether. We need to let Mike know not to post them up in Ether, to post them up in Matic, and he'll have a lot better chance of getting secondary sales. And of course, we are sold out. We hit the sold out on, I believe, Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday is whenever we hit the sold out. So we sold out the entire mint, 1,080. Everything's going on. In fact, there's going to be a big tournament this evening, the Celebration Tournament. We can go over to that. We've got 26 now signed up for today. The sold out Celebration Tournament's going to happen in 3 hours. And then tonight, for everybody in the Spring Bash that was one of the hunted or they were the hunters, if you managed to take out one of the hunted and you remembered to do up your post in your ticket, you had to share it up on Twitter saying you took out one of the hunted. So that's going to be happening here in about 6 hours. So 1 o'clock my time, 7 o'clock my time is whenever the hunted tournament will happen. The sold out Celebration Tournament's going to happen at 4 o'clock my time. I don't think I'm going to broadcast either one of these because I'm going to kick back, watch some movies with the wifey and have a good time. So that's whenever those two tournaments. So it's an actual jam-packed Sunday. We've got Poker at the Tavern starting here in 6 minutes. Then we got the sold out Celebration Tournament and then the hunted tournament going on. So there's a lot going on. Just saying. Let's go back over to the Poker at the Tavern. 26 are registered. Could go back and I could look, but 26 is roughly about the average that we have. I haven't seen 30 yet playing, so 26 would give us, I believe, 4 tables, maybe 3 tables, might be 3 tables. We typically are able just to see how many players, or the amount of players are usually all on the feed once we start, which that'll be starting here in about 5 minutes, about 6 minutes, 5 to 6, let's see, 5 minutes and 30 seconds. So with 5 minutes and 30 seconds, let's go ahead and I'm going to play the flyer again so that I can take a quick drink. Here's some people popping into the channel, and you know what? We're getting ready to play some poker at the Tavern. Remember to hit the subscribe button, hit the like and the share button, and you can always go back and watch some of the older videos. They're going all the way back to September of last year. Like I said, we're coming up about 3 months away from our 1-year anniversary, so we're 9 months into broadcasting, doing pretty damn good, I think. We're up over 120 subscribers, got over 100 videos that you can go back and look at, and you know what? I'm going to shut up so I can play the commercial. Be right back. go ahead and just...
You guys all work on in the back of it.
Oh, man. Oh.
Turn the YouTube down so you don't hear it echoing.
That would be a smart idea.
I have those sometimes. That's fire. That shield.
Yeah, that's actually a really cool, I don't know what, movable, mechanical NFT. I really don't know what you'd call that, but I like it a lot.
What's that say down there? It says
Club
Club 54.
54 established 2022.
Heck yeah.
I really like it as a holder. Looks really nice. Beardy's trying to get into the poker at the tavern, but it won't let him in because they won't allow VoIP numbers for verification.
Got your white Russian going?
Nope, not drinking today.
Like you said, you're making a drink or something. I always take alcohol, you know. I get myself a drink, water. People I gotta avoid.
Well, you'd only have to avoid 25 if there's 26, Stretch.
Oh, yeah, maybe technically. I thought last week we had like 27, so it's probably a bunch.
Well, there's the first people you have to avoid.
Yeah, that's rough.
Let's see, yep, we got 4 tables, so... What are we sitting at? Still sitting at 26, so looking good there. First few hands are getting out. Everybody's trying to get to their tables. Nobody has a queen. Nope, the bounties in the Poker Tavern go to the very end. You gotta win.
I thought he put a bounty on it. I thought he said he was going to give me an additional something if I make the 10 things.
Oh, that's I don't know about that. All I know about is what was added on.
Yeah, it's in Tavern Poker in the channel. That's what I thought you were talking
You already lose somebody? Jesus, John already knocked somebody out. Who in the hell's out first? Blonde. Blonde and John got into a battle and John won it. So Blonde's already out.
She didn't really want to play. She said she should have played a couple donkey hands.
Well, John Gope took advantage.
She wants to save her energy for the later game. Which doesn't make any sense to me. Why would she play both of them? Jesus, Jenny.
Got a few people sitting out. Wonder when we're gonna have a conglomeration. We can actually get it down to 3 tables already. Don't know when they're gonna do that. Maybe after late registration ends. Frank or somebody would have to let us know how many poker at the taverns we've had so far. I think we've been doing these for, geez, at least 6 months that I can think of. Protect my blind.
I've been trying to play a little more conservatively, or whatever you call it. Smarter. After, I was talking with somebody on the chat. I forgot who it was, but he was just saying that just have a little patience against people like me. You usually win more.
Yep. There's a saying, if you give somebody enough rope, they'll hang themselves.
Just because you think you're in the algorithm, play it aggressively.
Mm.
That's a lot of Brunson out there. Nope. Oh man, no. Glenn 12. What do you got? What? Won't see it.
AJ had the deuce.
Who knows who's listening?
got 5 people watching, so there's a few people listening.
Yeah. Thanks again, Aaron. What if I got it all wrong? Tell me about
Ascension's still sitting out, so is last week's champion Jad. DeFi Jack is sitting out, so is Hambear.
Gotta pay to do that. Glenn said, okay.
Still only lost one person. Poker at the Tavern's typically a very laid-back, gentlemanly game. Very quiet game this week, though. Nobody in here chattering it up.
Trying to focus. Yeah, here you go. I'll show you there. Got that. Can I come up with pros? Trying to be a better stretch. Min bet.
Man.
How you doing over there on your table?
I played, I think, one hand.
Oh yeah, it was Jack was talking about it.
Well, I guess I played 2 hands. What's up, kiddo?
Not much.
What's up?
Not much.
Not much.
Setting up a live stream right now.
Huh?
Setting up a live stream right now.
No, I've been live streaming for 40 minutes.
You give me a YouTube notification.
I don't know. Aaron, rename the channel in the Discord to Galaban's Broadcasts from announcements, because it's usually only my stuff that's popping up in it anyways.
It's good to have your own little room.
You see it
down to 3 tables. So everybody's showing. Yeah.
Who's in third?
God. I really shouldn't call this, but I have to. And that's why I shouldn't have called it.
Yeah, in third? Oh, this guy, he going. Oh, man.
CO Frost with a pair of queens.
John, I got took out last weekend bounty. I'm trying to go for first. Great player. Nope. Trying to fool everybody. Playing it.
Still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jesus, we got 6 players sitting out.
That's 6 people that we don't have to beat.
That'll be about enough of that, Disco. Start sharing the cards with the rest of us, damn it. You're supposed to hand them back into the dealer whenever the hand is over.
Oh, this fucking rag. Oh, sorry. This rag.
God, there's half of your table sitting out. Sheesh.
How long can it take?
Poker at the Tavern falls under a different rule set.
What is it?
Don't know. We'd have to have Aaron in here to let us know. I don't really remember the actual rules whenever it comes to sitting out at Poker at the Tavern. Oh wow, we got an all-in? Okay, Jenny gets back up to starting chip stack.
I think whenever you tell about, or whenever you announce that somebody else from the project that has to
Well, I know somebody needs to tag Miche, Jalil, Ascension, Hambear, DeFi Jack, Jad. Jad might be golfing now. Glenn is sitting out, and so is It's Hurts. We got way too many people sitting out. Okay, there's Miche. Miche looks like he got back, but we're still got way too many people sitting out here. So did Hurts. Hurts looks like he came back.
This is your advantage.
I want to play against people. I don't like sitters.
Yeah, but get in here or don't. I mean, definitely tag is this. I'm gonna pull this. Out.
Hmm. Jenny goes all in again. Jenny pushing up there. Set of fives.
Oh, there's Amber. I got him. Hey, there you are. What up, buddy? I think he might have got him from the. He might have got tagged.
Yep, I'm quite sure somebody's able to get to the computer and type in some @ symbols.
Yeah. When you got people's phone numbers, sometimes it's easy to text them. Oh my god. Now there's people playing on my table. Oh no. There's players.
There we go. Glenn's back playing.
Well, at least you got two here. That's more money to take, you know? That's what I hate about those big, like, either, not even the green boxes, but some of these, like, big old, like, super collabs where there's, like, 400 people in it, you know? And, like, you get in at that late registration after an hour, 1,000 chips, and everybody's got, like, 70,000. You're like, what am I supposed to do?
Don't register late.
Don't register late, exactly.
Some people like late registrations, and some people love them.
Well, some of it,
I know that Phil Hellmuth loves to show up about 2 hours late just to let a lot of the donkeys get out of the way. Because Phil always feels that he can make up the stacks quickly.
he's a brat.
He just has the name Poker Brat. Phil's actually a pretty caring person, actually.
I know. I mean, I've never met him, but
A lot of people don't see what a lot of the top pros do behind the scenes. So they only see their TV persona.
I get it. Spencer's probably playing DOD. He does that a lot on Oh, man. No.
Damn, Jinx, you're getting kind of low there on chips. Yeah, that got you healthy again. Put Drywall Guy a little bit low on chips. Oh, God, I should play this, but no, not under the gun. Still only one person knocked out. Blonde Genius went out quickly. Hmm. What do you guys got? I got a spade.
No way, OC. No, it says yesterday, Doug, at 3:07 p.m. in the tavern at the Battle Bunnies. If I make it to the final table, he's adding 10 Seither to the bounty. Oh. If I win, I get an extra 10. Okay. Yep. I read it.
Still got 1, 2, 3, 4 sitters.
Oh my goodness. This is enough.
Hmm.
I have. Do I have to? Tell me this is a good pull, Doug.
Let's see, we got King, Jack, 9, King, 2, 3 hearts.
Reynolds has a flush.
Well, there's the flush.
That was a good pull, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Especially on that board. You got to worry about pocket nines, pocket jacks, 2 hearts. 3 kings is only good if you have an ace kicker, especially on a jack board. Since your kicker was already counterfeited, you were probably at best tied for second. And of course, if you look at it, you were at best tied for second because Fred had your other king. And he had you out-kicked as well. Well, no, he didn't have you out-kicked, but he had your other king, and there was a flush there on the board with the betting. I'm actually shocked that Frost didn't bump that. Because I know if I was in Frost's position, depending on what the betting was. Let's go back and look at the betting.
Are you shocked that I folded?
Actually, yeah.
Good.
Okay, let's see. Pre-flop, everybody called normal. Flop, you've got Fred betting the 10-4. You called because you had a king. Aaron calls and Frost calls with the flush draw. Then on the turn, Frost leads out for 2,000, which is more than what the pot is, because the pot was only at 1,700. So that right there should have told you that your king was dead. And you went ahead and called for 2,000 with a king 6. So there's 3 hearts on the board. You've only got a pair of kings with a 6 kicker. So any pair or anything over a 6 counterfeits your 6 in that position. So you are drawing almost dead. The only thing that you beat is a lower pair. That's it. That is all that you're beating in that position with a bet like that, because he's betting over pot. Fred calls. He called with the king, which was a bad call as well. You called. That was a bad call. I have no idea what Aaron had, so I can't say to his. But then CO checked the river, which he probably shouldn't have done. He should have bet And then Fred bets his king, thinking that CO missed 4 cards to a flush. CO should have raised. He should have bumped him 3x. Period. Just an automatic 3x because of just the smooth calls. So you have to figure that the other person doesn't have a boat right in that position. So yeah, you and Fred should have been out of the hand after the turn. Period. Because of the kickers. And yeah, it just, yeah. That's my analysis of the hand.
But it was still a good fold in the game.
It was a good fold on the river, yeah, but you should have folded on the turn. Probably should have folded to the first bet just because of your kicker. Just because you have top pair, you've got to worry about your kicker getting counterfeited there because there was a jack and a 10 of hearts on the flop.
It's a king rag.
Yeah, it's a king rag. King is only good heads up. That's when the king becomes good.
How about this?
See, now that's a good play there. But you have to worry about an 8. So, granted, you caught one of your 2 outs to make your boat, but you still had to be hesitant of somebody holding an 8.
Yeah, because they could have that raise.
Yep.
Yeah,
But that's why you are pre-flop raising with aces, kings, and queens, is to get rid of people that are going to play anything with an 8. Because if you raise 4x pre-flop, the chances of anybody calling you with an 8 anything are slim. Very, very slim. So you want to get those people out of there. You want to win pre-flop with queens, kings, and aces, instead of going to a flop and maybe hitting somebody that catches 3 cards to a straight, 3 cards to trips. You know, it is much easier just to pre-flop or to raise pre-flop and win the hand outright than to lose it on the flop.
yeah. No, I actually learned a lot from you. And Aaron and everybody. Like right here.
Well, it comes down to the simple fact that I brought home a Vegas title and I played exactly the way that I've been teaching everybody. All the things that I talk about, I put into play there in Vegas and I got it done. And everybody got a 2.5 hours class on exactly how I raise, how I bet, everything. All you got to do is watch the broadcast.
Doug just said it. 8-7. Bet my 8-7 out of there. Instead, you let me win on the river.
It's as easy as that, huh, Stretch?
That's insane.
You let somebody hang around long enough, they get lucky. And you can't beat stupid luck.
And if you give them a long enough rope. Oh, again.
Yeah, there's a straight.
Oh, what's the best hand the most popular hand that ever comes out?
It's the most common, not the most popular. It's the most common.
Could I win with it? I love it.
Disco, you're starting to chafe my bunghole, buddy. You're getting every single card in the deck. I know you're listening, Disco. You can type ha-ha. Feels like I'm trying to wipe with 24 grit sandpaper over here.
Oh, whoa.
May or may not have had to use sandpaper at one point to wipe my butt out in the field. Turn it over and use the paper side of it instead of the sand side of it. Of course, if you have 800 grit, you might want to use the 800 grit side.
How about just like a polishing pad?
Kind of like like smearing peanut butter on your arm.
Hey.
Down to 22. Who have we lost? We've lost a few more people now. See who's gone. Jake, Hambear, and Meowser have all hit the sidelines, so we're down to 22. Man, I need to get a double up something awful. Get out of the bottom of the rat hole down here. I'm caught in a hooligan hole.
I thought I got 10 Seither if I made the final table. No, he's adding. Well, I have to win. Oh, that's it. I have
Don't be raging against me, Disco. You've caught every damn card in the deck, Bubby.
people know that I'm the bounty.
Maybe. Stretch is the bounty to everyone listening in. There's 15 Seither on his head along with the legendary chest. All you gotta do is take out Stretch. Right now the people at Stretch's table are Aaron Favre, CO Frost, Ascension, Fred, Stretch, DeFi Jack, and It's Hurts. And 2 of those people are sitting out, so there's really only 4 people right now that can take Stretch's bounty. John Goat, last week's bounty, is leading the way right now, up at 28,000. Disco's at 22,004. Glenn 12's at 20,000. CTR, VR Cruise at 18,000, and CO Frost rounds out the top 5 at 17,003. Still have 3 people sitting out. Jad's sitting out, Jalil's sitting out, and Ascension is sitting out. So we've only got 1 sitter-outer at each table. Sitter-outer. And of course, first place today is going to win $40 in Matic, 10 Dark Seither, and a carrot chip. You get 5 of those carrot chips, you can trade them in for a pickle pass. And a pickle pass will get you into all kinds of fun stuff. Get you into the high rollers, get you into the pickle game, get you a mint. It's $25 in Matic for that pickle pass, so those pickle passes are kind of important. Second place is $20 in Matic and 7 Dark Seither. Third place is a Sunday slots entry, which that can lead to all kinds of money. And of course 5 Dark Seither. And of course the bounty that is on Stretch. It is 15 Dark Seither and a legendary chest. So you open up that legendary chest, you might get lucky enough to have a Series 1 Battle Bunnies NFT drop out of that chest. There's always a chance. DeFi Degen Jack can tell you all about the rabbit hole game and the fact of what can fall out of a legendary chest, because last year he got a founder's pass out of a legendary chest.
Oh my goodness. I should, because I'm in the algorithm, but I'm not good. 6 on the river. Well, hey, you know what? In honor of Dead Poker Society, I'm going to try to make it to the final table so that extra Seither can be.
Whew! Oh, thank God. Holy cow, I figured for sure Mia either had a 9 or an ace. I actually talk to myself a lot during the day, during the week. I do a lot of talking to myself. I'm busy yelling at the radio, yelling at other people driving around me. They're driving like doofuses.
I was told not to road rage when I did it. I was on voice chat and like that. Here's like, what you doing? I was like, oh, yelling at the driver. And they're like, you need to whistle. What do you got? 7-4? He's 9.
Why in the hell were you playing a Queen 4 to begin with? That should have been thrown in the junk pile.
I pushed the wrong button.
You let it go to the river. How can it be pushing the wrong button?
I pushed it on purpose. Gotta switch up the algorithm. And then play slow instead of aggressively, and then I'll win. You gotta figure it out. Zach helped me out. Cool. Everybody did. You did. Everybody did. Hey, don't be a pickle. Ooh. Just because we win our mints back doesn't mean go all aggressive. It's a funner game after you make your money back and you're just having fun with people. Oh, the Jews ain't. Look at that. Why would you play it?
Holy shit. I'm actually winning hands in the poker at the tavern. This is weird. I'm not sure what to do here.
You're winning?
I'm not used to winning hands in poker at the tavern.
Crazy. You just went hands everywhere. You betting in like you, Mia, Aaron.
Yeah, I got Mia, Disco, Drywall, Jinx, Glenn.
Have fun with that.
Yeah, I've got a flippin' murderer's row over here I'm dealing with. I got to deal with Jinx sitting on my left hand, so.
Are you serving him up? Yeah.
Hmm.
You got position on them, but
No, I don't. The only person I got position on is Disco. Uh-oh, Jinx just went all in. Mia makes the call. Ace Jack to pocket queens. 7, 10, 9, deuce. Any 8? No 8 comes. Jinx is gone. Mia's queens hold up.
I meant yours before Jinx, but you had advantage. You betted it.
No, that is not an advantage, being on somebody's right. On a poker table, you always want to have the stronger players on your right, so that they are betting before you are, so that you know what they're doing.
They're pushing you.
Well,
You
no,
want
you always want the last action. That's why the dealer button is so important.
Yeah, I know the last action.
But if you have to do things before a stronger player, then you have to play tighter and you have to play a lot more smart, because you're betting and then they can raise you, so they can bluff into you. And if you don't have a strong enough hand to call back, or if you don't have enough nuggies to bluff back higher, then it becomes a real problem.
So I essentially want all the hunches to my right.
Yeah, like at your table, having Ascension on your right hand, even though he's not playing, that's a good thing.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah,
He really doesn't hurt.
you know. Granted, you do have Hertz 2 spots behind you, but that doesn't hurt quite as bad. DeFi Jack's a decent player, but, you know, he's probably on the same levels, so the one you have to worry about at your table is Ascension, and Ascension's not actually playing, so you don't have to worry about him. So you have a relatively easy table. Me, I've got the IRL champ at my table. Disco's won plenty. Mia is the overall bash champion. You know, Glenn's won back-to-back tournaments, so I got a murderer's row at my table.
I just want to keep the bounty for 2 weeks in a row. Because Aaron did it like 4. That's why I said back to
Yeah.
Aaron wins this week. I just
Give up. I give up. Ah, I got him out kicked.
We got a rock the Welto over here. Oh my.
Hmm.
No, it's good because if I had an 8-10, it would have been good. But a 10-4? Nah. So it is 7-9 like
Yeah.
Jack.
Okay, who's got the king? Mia, you got a king? No? Okay. Oh, Disco had the king too.
Bro, you know I drink.
Hmm.
This rag.
Oh. I should. Oh God.
Oh my god. I don't know what to do. I got a
Hmm.
rag. Yeah, I know what to do. The rag. Come on, Frost. Two rags. Oh, man. God. Got it again. Hold on. I gotta play it this time. It's telling me to play. Stupid donkey. Redonkulous. Sorry, but
Down to 2 tables.
oh man. Look at this donkey. Sorry, Doug. I'm having a really good sleep.
Narf is out. I just now realized Narf's gone. Holy cow. Okay, so we still have 3 sitters, Jalil, Jad, and Ascension. 3 out of the 18. We are down to 18 here at Poker at the Tavern, June edition.
My birthday's on the 18th.
Congratulations.
There's also a tournament on the 18th.
Oh, John's leading the way at 40,000 in chips. Mia's up at 28,700 and CTR's at 28,400. So 300 chips separating second and third place. Pretty much a dead heat for second and third, even because the blinds are at 400 and 800. Less than a small blind, they're in a dead heat.
Hurt. That hurt. Not with me.
Let's see, where are the sitters? 4,600, 5,000, and 39. So At 400 and 800, we got about 4 more orbits before the sitters will be burned down. We got Hertz all in, 4-handed on a 2-5-9 jack, 2 clubs, D5, makes the call, 9 king to 8-9, 8-9 hits, gets the river. Hertz takes out D5 jack. So we're down to 17 now. Hertz gets up to 19,000. What was that? What was that? What did Hertz say? You got GG in my favor for... Yay. Yay, I got GG in my favor for once. Chip leaders over on the other table. CTR's now up to 34,000 in chips. CTR must have crippled somebody. Oh, Rather's down to only 3,700 in chips. AJ Kerr's down to 1,000. Good to see AJ playing on a Sunday. I got the legendary Cornelius Skull Thumper sitting on my left hand.
Or you got me over here.
Yeah, but I'm not too worried about you. Hertz actually scares me more than you do, and I like having Hertz sitting on my right hand. So he has the first action. Look at that, flop 2 pair and it held. Glenn had the open ender on the flop and couldn't get there. Nothing to go. Owie, owie. Uh-oh, Hertz must be typing something. He must have heard me talking about him. Let's see, which one's more? There we go. There you go, Hertz. That's what I think of your smooth calling under the gun, you monkey. Bye-bye. So long. Farewell. Alvita. Say goodnight. Oh! Oh! Boom, baby! Boom! Aaron, take that and shove it right up your Cornelius. Wonka, 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 wonka. Quad aces for Lord Galaban. Bang, baby, bang. I'm going to hear about it. He's going to be coming in here. You know he's going to be coming in here giving me shit. Because that's the second time that I've taken him out with pocket aces. Oh my goodness. What a monster. Woo!
How are those maps doing?
Right? Smacker Rooney. Man, what a time to get pocket aces. Holy moly.
We got Aaron.
Yeah, we know Aaron's gonna come in here and give me shit. Right now, he's busy punching the side of his mobile house. He's gonna be in here soon enough. I can feel his eyes staring at me right now. I can... I love you, Aaron. You know I love you. Oh man, I probably should have played this hand too. I might have been on a heater here. Holy moly. Look at what I would have flopped. The gut shot straight flush draw. Yep, I can hear Aaron in my head right now. You just got lucky. You got the aces. Nothing but luck. Nothing but luck.
Aces never win.
Yep, aces never win. I had a flush draw on the flop. See you next week, Cornelius. This is definitely by far probably the best poker at the tavern that I've had going right now. Now I have to carry the momentum.
Started out playing one or two.
Yeah, hell, in the first 15 hands, I think I played 2.
Oh God, why not? That's why not. I don't know. I'm lowball right now.
I don't. Why? Why would you even play? Uh-oh. We got an all-in. Oh, and the all-in's gonna lose. Who is it? Rather Lost. John Gope takes out Rather Lost, so we're down to 14. Rather Lost, Pocket Jacks, doesn't hold up to the overcards. Ace Queen.
I'm gonna pull my straight flush.
See, I can raise here, because Ascension's sitting out.
Person tip. Oh, you son of a bumpkin. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna throw up and then swallow it and then throw up again and swallow.
Yee boy. Ah, nice hand. Nice hand, Dave. Nice hand. Needed a 10 and a 10 only.
But I already folded that hand, so it's gone, right? Can't think about the past. That's about what I'm gonna do with these next 1,500. Blind, blind.
See how we sitting.
I was like waiting.
1798, 13, 21. So we got about another orbit to burn down the sitters. We'll be down to 11 then.
Okay, well, don't knock me out. Like, I don't take it, so when you knock me out, you get. Look at that. Can't play 4 2s for 1,000. You need me to make it to the final table so you get more.
No, that 10 is good from the very get-go, Stretch. There's been 15 Seither on your head ever since the beginning.
Ah, well, there's more. If I make the final table, there's more for you. I read it. Tavern at Battle.
Oh, shit, we're into the break.
Oh my goodness.
That's why you don't make as many final tables as you should, because you get up in the chips early, but then you think that you can play every single hand, and that's whenever you should be tightening up, is to save your chips and not give them back to people. And if you start doing that, you'll start making the final table a lot more. You got a lot loose. You've always been a lot loose. And ever since I first known you, I have never lied to you. I've always told you exactly what I feel about your play. You can be a very good player, but you really need to start throwing away garbage hands. Ace 7, ace 6, ace 5, ace 4, ace 3, ace 2, they're all garbage. They're all garbage, unless you're heads up with somebody. Ace 10 shouldn't be played except for on the button. You know, there's just certain things that you think the algorithm is going to change for you. No, it's not. The algorithm's going to do whatever the algorithm wants to do. But if you can minimize the amount of chips that you bleed, you will become a much better player, and you'll make it deeper into tournaments. Because you do really well at the 9-player tournaments. The only problem is you bleed chips way too much in the other settings. And everybody knows that you bleed chips, so they take advantage of that. And it's all about your VPIP. You play way too many marginal hands, and you need to cut all those marginal hands out.
So Jack was talking about that in Founders Chat.
Yeah. Also look at where you're playing your hands from. See, like right now, you are under the gun +1. Okay? Or no, I'm sorry. You are sitting at the penultimate spot right now. So good hands to play in the spot that you're sitting in right now with the dealer button sitting on Hertz are aces, kings, queens, jacks, tens, ace king, ace queen, ace jack, and then any suited down to an ace 10. That should be your range of cards in your seat right now. Okay? Now the dealer button's going to move to me. Now I'm the dealer. Now you are in middle position. Pocket pairs, 8s, 9s, 10s, ace king, ace queen, you know, anything above a pocket pair of 9s. So by your bet, you are telling me that you have either aces, kings, queens, jacks, or ace king, ace queen, ace jack suited, or something along those lines. So now with the flop of 9-2-8, Fred just bet all in to a 17,000 pot. So that's telling me he either has a draw, and see, it's exactly what I called, isn't it? You had queens. You know, it's, but this is 30 years of serious knowledge.
I've been a poker coach. I've just played poker for a long time, and people are like, "Did you ever read the book?" I'm like, "No."
Well, I've never read a book either, Stretch, but I put myself through college playing poker. I took it extremely serious. I have every intention of, once I retire, of going back out on the pro tour. That is my intention. And I showed it 3 weeks ago that I can make it out on the pro tour. I can play against those guys. I'm just as good as they are. So I'm not scared. And look at that, Fred. Wow, pocket jacks manages to keep a little bit, and now he just flopped a straight. See now, why did you play the ace 7 in that position? That was just a bleed of chips. Now, you are under the gun. The only hands that you should be playing in that position are aces, kings, and queens. And if you have either aces, kings, or queens, you should be 4xing the bet because you have two people behind you with chips, and we're both strong players. So to get us out of the hand, you need to be raising at least 4x under the gun because you have people behind you. See, now that's telling me that you have at least an ace-queen, and you had queens. See?
Okay. I'm listening.
But you actually bet too small with those pocket queens because you were under the gun. You had to worry about Hertz having either kings, me having kings, CO Frost having kings, or the small blind or the big blind. Whenever you are under the gun and you have queens, kings, or aces, you need to be 4xing the bet. Make them make a hard choice because unless they have kings or aces, they're probably not going to call you.
When that came with my pocket queens to ace king or whatever, I was devastated.
Well, but, you know, it's just one of those things where I can tell by somebody's betting. Now, granted, there's always going to be the outliers. People are going to take a stabber with total nothing. But I know in the back of my mind that the odds are it's only going to happen 1 in 10 times. And wow, what a...
I already had it.
Yeah, see, he already had it. Because you should only bluff at a pot 1 out of every 10 times. That's the maximum that you should be bluffing. Because if you're bluffing more than that, people will start looking at you as calling with nothing. And
Whatever.
hand-to-hand play has been achieved. We're down to the final 10.
That's it. That's all.
We're going to balance the tables here because there's only 4 left on the other table. There's 6 at our table. We've lost all the sitter-outers. They are gone before the final table at Poker at the Tavern on this June Sunday. We'll see who gets pulled over to that other table. Who's it going to be?
Thanks for the tutorial.
It is... CO Frost got moved over there. So now we're back balanced. Who's bottom of the totem pole? It looks like Fred is bottom of the totem pole.
Hey, there's a bonus on me now.
Not yet. Still got to lose 1 more. Yeah. Somebody bet so I can fold this trash. Come on, Glenn, bet. Somebody make a bet. Jesus. Hertz, you make a bet. Come on, somebody. I got absolutely nothing. There's a bet. Blinds are 800 and 1600. So Fred's got 2 hands, 2 big blinds. He's got a big blind. So if somebody has a good hand here, there's a nice raise by Glenn.
I don't know what to do. Got in my head.
Well, hello, big bet. Ace king to a king 8. You should have never have called that with a king 8.
I raised already.
Yeah, you should have never have bet with a king 8. Because even if you hit the king, your kicker was so small that you were in dead trouble from the very beginning. And I got to get my thing moved over before my cards pop up. Ah, come on. Come on, shit. Ah. Okay, I'm having problems here.
I was just enjoying the education.
What the hell? What's going on here? Video capture?
I'm still in it.
Wow, what's going on here? Why? Oh, I've got it locked, that's why. Okay, there we go. We are at the final table, Poker at the Tavern. No, you did not. Glenn took you out. Glenn becomes the bounty for next week. He gets 5 Seither and the legendary chest because Stretch didn't make it to the final table. But you know what? We're still having fun. Final table, CTR leading the way at 55,000. Glenn's in second at 40,500. Lord Galaban in third at 35.1. Disco's at 34.6. Mia Isobel at 25.5. CO Frost at 25.5 as well. There's less than 40 chips separating fifth and sixth. John Gopes in seventh. It's Hertz in eighth. And Fred LS in ninth. Looks like Fred's all in, so let's join the action. Wow, okay, I look up to see 3 kings and a jack on the table. Unless Fred's got one of those kings, he's in a whole lot of trouble. Disco says I have the king with that bet.
Right.
So let's see who's got what. CTR makes the call. He says I got a jack and there's the king. Sure enough, Disco had the king. Disco now the overall chip leader, bumping CTR down to 20,000 in chips. Fred leaves the scene, finishing in 9th place. Good finish for Fred, makes the final table. But it's no soup for you, because it's only the top 3 that make money in the Poker at the Tavern. Disco, he's won a Poker at the Tavern in the last few weeks. He'd love nothing better than to win another one. Jad set out the entire game today, even though he was last week's winner, so we will have a brand new Poker at the Tavern champion. Let's see who it is this week. Blinds are 1,000, 2,000. Got 5 people with cards in their hands to this flop. CO makes a stabber, 1/3 pot bet. Yeah, a 1/3 pot bet. CTR makes the call. Ooh, turns a queen of hearts. CO still 33% pot bet. Gets her done. That takes another 6,000 out of CTR. So CTR's went from 55,000 down to 14,000 in 2 hands. Owie, owie, owie. All of a sudden CTR's 76 VPIP doesn't look too good. It's surrounded by a glacier at this point. Is he gonna limp? Yeah, he plays the 3rd hand in a row, trying to break that icy streak.
That's how you can see the fire and the fire. Okay.
Disco wants to see a flop. I get to see a flop for free as well.
I will learn.
5, 9, 8, 2 hearts. Blood red board. Check, 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 check. CR says I got a 9 or 2 hearts. I gotta believe him here. Gonna go ahead and fold her away. Wait for a better situation. Disco would love nothing better than to take the rest of CTR's chips. 5, 9, 8. So he makes a bet to put CTR all in. King on the river. Disco says, thank you very little.
You flopped it straight. You flopped it straight.
Think so?
Yep. Ask him.
Maybe.
Later.
I know he had the winning hand.
That's all that matters.
Disco leading the way at 88,000. Glenn's in second at 36. CO Frost at 32. I'm about 200 chips behind CO Frost at this point. Oh, John makes a nice 4.5x raise. What's he got? Damn, I got an ace suited, but I'm not about to call it for 1/4 of my chips.
87.
Can't make that call with ace suited. Good bet by John. 4.5x tells me aces, kings, or queens. John pulls himself up to 24,000. Blinds are 1,000, 2,000. This will be the last hand at these levels. So this is a discount hand for all the players involved. Hertz is going to get to see a flop for free unless he raises. He's second lowest man on the totem pole, so he could definitely do with the 12,000 pot. He's only got 13.9 left. Flop comes out 4 Jack 4. Lester Moore with a fishing hook on the board for 12,000. Mia bets out for a 1/3 pot. That's about a 1/4 pot. Hertz goes all in on the 4 Jack 4. Hertz got a jack or a 4? Which one's he got? 2 hearts maybe? CO Frost makes the call. Mia makes the call. Okay. So Mia's got 6,400 left. CO Frost. Oh, and 2 clubs. Runner clubs. 8 queen. Pocket 10s to a 4-9. The 4 is good. Hertz hit that 44. Hertz is loving Lester Moore right now. Puts him up to 53,000. Just like that. He goes from 7th place all the way up to 2nd place. Mia's now way down there at the bottom of the totem pole. Mia and CTR are looking at each other going, we need chips, man. We need chips. The blinds are up to 1250 and 2500 now, so we'll be here for about 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Flop comes out ace 8 queen, 2 hearts. John says, I like it. He's either got 2 hearts or pocket 8s. I could see him having pocket 8s here in this position. He wants to get the flush draws out of the way. You know what? We're not going to know. John's up to 42,000 now. Pushes me back down to 5th place. No, I guess it doesn't. Glenn drops just under me. John moves ahead of me. I can make a raise in this position. I like my cards. CTRs, I want to put him all in. I would like to get heads up with just CTR. CO might come along because the price is right. I might be able to take out 2 at one time here.
Oh,
See, now CTR should call with anything. There's the call. Queen, 3, flop. CO's all in, and I have to make the call for another 700. So I've got them covered. I've got them both covered. I've got them both. Oh no, CTR got the river. CTR got the river. Oh man. What a lucky river. I thought for sure I had them both taken out. Holy moly.
I've listened to you years ago now.
So that cost me 4,000. Damn it, CTR, you got my chips.
At least if you're an announcer, you got his stuff, right?
Yeah, you do. Helps to know your stuff if you're just tossing out gummies. Mia Isabel's all in with John Gope. Ace Jack to Ace Jack. And an ace hits the board. Uh-oh, backdoor flush possibility. Doesn't show up, though. It's a split pot. So Mia stays alive. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I really could have used that other 18,000 in my stack. That would have put me up over 40,000. Now I need a double up just to get into 2nd place. Disco holding on to his chips like they're oxygen and he's on Mars. Uh-oh, Glenn's all in.
Oh man. Pocket 8.
And no callers, so Glenn gets the 9,600 that's out there, pushes him up to 3,200. Flip-flopping some people around here.
How'd you like my quad kings there, Galaban?
I liked my quad aces better against Aaron.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, those were some nice quad kings. I kind of figured as soon as you made a bet that you either had pocket jacks or the king, one or the other. You're looking pretty strong there, Disco. Looking pretty strong, leading the way. Ace 7-5, rainbow board, 25,000 out there. Glenn's trying to make a stabber at it, puts out a half pot bet. Disco can't make the call. Glenn repping that ace. Blinds are up. We've now raised the blind levels. 1,500 and 3,000. So Mia's got this hand and another orbit. Well, you know what? She really doesn't even have another orbit because she's got 6,900. She'll be in for 4,500 on the small blind. Actually, she'll be in for closer to 5,000 on the small blind with the antes. So she's going to have to make a choice in the next hand or the hand after as to where she's going to make her stand.
5,700 with the blind and the ante. 5,700.
Got 3 callers on a smooth. Ooh, Disco makes a raise. Trying to steal the blinds. Oh, you know, Disco, I should call you here, but I can't do it. It's Hertz makes the call, though. Knowing what I know right now with my hand, it makes me kind of wonder what else is out there. Oh, there's another call. Nobody believes Disco. Flop comes out 3-10, 8, rainbow board, 41,000 out there. That's a lot of chips. CTR is pretty much pot committed at this point. Disco makes a nice 1/3 pot bet. CTR makes the call. I knew that was coming. What do we got? Jack 10 to an ace king. The ace king is looking for anything and can't get there. The 10 jack holds on. CTR once more. Wow, he's been all in 2 different hands, survived 2 different hands, and I'm looking at the bottom of the totem pole now. How the hell did I make it to the bottom of the totem pole?
I don't know, but I did not want to give him chips. He's the last person I wanted.
Oh, so you're more scared of CTR than me. I see how it is. Okay. Okay, I'm going to have to make a triple up here.
Yeah, but see, you play good poker. CTR plays kind of crazy.
Wild and all over the place. Kind of like rough sex. People are making some good raises here, getting me off of hands I want to play. Oh, Mia doesn't play this one, so that's interesting. Queen 5 queen, 2 spades. The 2 ladies out there, heads up on the flop. So Glenn raised pre-flop, and he doesn't raise post-flop. Wow, okay. Ace on the river, that's got to bring a bet. Wow. No bet. CTR would have hit a flush. Holy moly.
Hey, you taught me a lot tonight, Lord Yellowman.
Well, that's good. Let's see if you can put it into play now.
Oh, I will.
It's Hertz is sitting out, so he's a dead blind right now. Mia's only got 1,700. Oh, Glenn. You know what? I have to call with these cards.
Ace queen.
You know what? There's too many chips out there. I got 4 outs. I have to call. I've got 4 outs. I need a 10. And it doesn't come. Oh well. I had to go for it. I had to go for it. You got to make a position somewhere. And I was too damn low stacked. So, oh well. Didn't get the 10, so down to 5 players. Didn't make it. At least I made the final table of a poker at the tavern finally. Glenn is now leading the way at 76,000. Didn't get any GG luck on that one. I needed a 4-outer. I needed to see a 10.
You're the only person that won Dev Poker Society in Vegas. I'd be wearing
Glenn's running back out again with chips. Pushes out 9,000. Gets her done. So Glenn's up over 85,000 now. Disco's at 63, CTR's at 52, Hertz is at 33, John Goat bottom of the barrel at 28.8. Got those quad aces and really didn't get nothing afterwards. Just went butt cold. Nothing you can do about that. The card's turned against you, it's over. I'd have to look at that hand where CTR got that 8 on the river as a changer. Because if I win that hand, then I've got the chips to do a little bit, and him and Mia would have both been out, or him and Fred would have both been out in the same hand. Hertz is dragging the clock, it would appear. Blinds are 2004 for 4.5 minutes. Oh! Royal flop, ace king 10 clubs. CTR smooths at 4. Glenn makes the call. 9 of hearts, no help on that board. CTR still smoothing. Glenn coming along. 9-6. We had cribbage runners and hearts, so there was absolutely zero help on that flop. And Glenn makes the bet and takes her down. Oh, CTR only needed to see the jack of clubs. Oh, CTR had part of it, just couldn't get the other part of it. So Glenn's still running hot.
Disco got something for Glenn. I'm sure.
6 ace queen, rainbow board, 14-5 in the middle, 3-handed. CTR half pot bet, and he gets her done there, so that takes him back up. John makes a nice 4.5x raise. Well, 4x raise. Well, welcome to my world. I gave up a lot to raise a family.
Mine are only 6 and 9. We had a 19-year-old who died. So I'm not talking about that. Talk about happy stuff.
Playing a little bit of low ball here going on. King, queen, 4, 2 spades on this flop. 3 players in the hand. These players have a long way to go. Let's see how many blinds we're looking at. Well, you know what? We really don't have a long way to go. Glenn has the most at 22 big blinds. Disco's got 14 big blinds. CTR's got 13. John's got 8.5. And Hertz has 7. So not a whole lot of poker to be played here. Blinds are going to be going up in 1:30. So these players need to take advantage now.
5,000.
It'll be 25 and 5 at the next blind levels. The antes, if they can get these cards moving, the antes are also going to eat into the stacks as well, because 500 ante. There's a nice 3x raise by Disco. 5-handed aces and kings are pretty strong. Any ace 5-handed should facilitate a play. Once you get down to 4-handed, it's ace anything. Ace 9 and above is a decent starting hand, 5-handed. Same with king 9, queen 9, jack 9. And of course, any pocket pairs, 8s or aboves, 5-handed, very, very strong. Should facilitate a raise. 10, 5, 7. So we have a skip straight working with 2 diamonds. 4-handed, almost a family affair, but not quite. A Disco with a half pot bet. John Gope all in. So Disco's facing a conundrum here. The instantaneous call tells me he doesn't have pocket 10s.
John won't show.
That's a good thing. Blinds are up now, 25 and 5. Price of poker gone up. So Hertz is down to only having 4 big blinds. Really only 3 if you think about it. Actually less than 3. He's got less than 3 orbits to find something. 8 queen queen, blackboard, 2 spades. 9, that brings in a possible straight. The jack 10. Glenn half pot bet. Disco's getting slowly chipped away. Glenn pushes himself up over 90,000 now. He's got a nice little 30,000 chip lead on the field. CTR with the 3xer. That's a good bet in this position. You want to make Hertz make a decision. Disco makes the call. So we got 38,000 in the middle. Hertz would almost be in a good position here to play an ATC. Any 2 cards, because there's 38,000 out there. So he was getting basically 2.5 to 1 on his money. CTR bets out. Nice 1/3 pot. 6. So Jack 4, Queen 6. So pretty much a rainbow board. The only thing not out there is a heart. And a 10 brings in the backdoor spades and a straight. Ace King would be the preferred hand. King 9 also works. Pocket Queens. Disco, you should have never have let that go past the flop. Man, that could have backfired big time on you. You can't let that go past the flop, especially 5-handed.
I said pocket queens. I thought CTR had it.
You got lucky, sir. You got lucky.
I'm lucky. Yeah. I'm taking lessons from Lord Gallaudet.
Moving on, we got 2 minutes and 40. Still 5-handed. Hertz is pretty much down to 1 orbit. Oh, he makes the decision now. Line in the sand.
1 orbit.
Trying to get the 10,000 and double up here. Because there's 10,000 in dead. King 9 versus Ace 3. Ace is still good. Ace is really good now. And the ace holds. Hertz doubles up through CTR. CTR now bottom of the scale at 10. So now CTR has to make the hard choice. Hertz's ace holds up. That's a good position to do that in.
You know what, Doug? You're the only person I know that has ever won a tournament in Vegas.
Well, that's kind of cool, Stretch. John makes a 3x raise. Gets it through. John's back up to 60,000 now. Glenn, Disco, and John all over 60,000. Hertz at 30. CTR is 7,500. CTR's having to put in chips, though. Every single hand, he's losing 600. So at this point, with only 6,900, he's only got 10 antes left, let alone the blinds. So CTR has to make a choice. He's going to have to play a queen anything or higher. And he should also look that if there's 2 callers in front of him, look at your amount of chips, CTR. John shows the railroads. John's up to 70,000 now in chips. He takes over second place. No, I guess he's not in second place, technically. CTR draws a line in the sand here. He's going to get 3 to 1 on his money. Looking for a 4 to 1 on his money. There's the 4 to 1. He gets 5 to 1 on his money. Holy shit. 10, 2, 5, rainbow board, 3-handed on the side. CTR is good for 28,000 of it.
He's got pocket king.
9 on the turn brings a rainbow board, so there is no flush. It's Hertz bets like he's got a draw. 2 pair or a draw or trips are all that's good right now. What do we got? Jack 5, so he's got a 5. Oh, the pocket 3s. Wow. Motown pays off for Hertz. CTR finishes in 4th. Or 5th, I'm sorry. 5th. Now we're down to 4 players. Hertz got healthy really, really quick. Went from only having like a blind left to now he's got 10 big blinds. 16, 12, 12, and 10 big blinds. That's where we're sitting at right now with the final 4. Who's going to win it? Who's going to be looking up going, I wish I was still playing? Because whoever finishes in fourth gets a squadouche. Hertz milking that clock. This is the final hand at these levels of 25 and 5, so take advantage of it, players. Discount hand. Ace-3 deuce, rainbow board. Disco says, I want it, and I want it now. Makes a 1/3 pot bet. John comes along. Queen of diamonds on the turn. That's an interesting card there. Disco's still saying, I want it. 1/3 pot bet. Disco gets it done. That puts Disco back into the lead. From third to first. Outhouse to penthouse, just like that. It's anybody's ball game, though. A double up by any of these players puts them way out in the lead. John with a nice 4x raise from the button, making Glenn fold away his small blind. It costs Disco to call. He does. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. We got ourselves a pot. Ladies and gentlemen, 121,788 sitting in the middle. This would cost Disco big time. He says, I can't do it. Pocket sixes to a king-queen. Any jack, any queen, any king? No, it does not happen. Hertz doubles up through John. John's down to only 10,000 in chips. Disco shows the ace-king. That was a hell of a fold, a big slick. Smart fold there, Disco. Smart fold. Pocket sixes hold on. John says, well, now I got nothing but hope and a prayer. It's Hertz goes from the outhouse up to the penthouse now. John's all in. He can win 33-8. Hertz says, I got a queen. No, he had two pair. He had the dirty diaper. Oh my God. And a queen hits the river to give John trips. Hertz was trying to take out John with the dirty diaper and didn't get it done. He didn't wipe it on his face enough. So John's back up to 27,000. It's Hertz is leading at 108. John's at 27. Glenn's at 61. Disco's at 45-7. Flop comes out 7 king queen. 18,000 in the middle. Heads up on the flop. Disco raises, putting John all in. Here we go. Queen deuce to a king jack. And the king jack holds. John is gone in fourth. John doesn't win nothing. It's down to Hertz, Glenn, and Disco. Disco's king jack holds up, so that puts Disco right up onto Hertz's behind. Sniffing the tear. King 6 king on the flop, two-handed. 3,000, 6,000 are the blinds. 2 minutes left in the blind levels. Are we going to see some milking by Hertz? He's been milking the clock. Is he going to continue to milk that clock? You know what? We can take and we can blow this screen up a little bit bigger. We can see everything that much nicer. This is the Dead Poker Society. Poker at the Tavern with the Battle Bunnies. Disco and... Oh my goodness. We got a binary flop. 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. Glenn says, I got part of that. 8 of hearts on the turn. One of these players have a 10? Pocket pair? What are we looking at? High card ace? Disco says, I got a 10. Disco ain't gonna show us nothing. Keep 'em guessing, keep 'em guessing. Disco now back into the lead and wins the small blind. Blinds are 6,000, 3,000. Glenn smooths it at 6. Disco comes along for the ride. Hertz gets to see a flop for free if he wants. Milking that clock. 367. Rainbow board. 20,000 in the middle. All 3 players with cards in their hand. Hertz makes a 75% pot bet. Hello. Gets it through. Puts him back into the lead at 114. Any double up by Glenn would put him right back in. 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6. Hertz milking that clock, so we're going to be at new blind levels. Glenn raises 4x. Says, you want to milk the clock? Fine, I'm going to make you pay. Ace 3, 3 on the flop. Hertz is all in. Well, Glenn, you stepped in it this time, sir. Ace-7 to pocket 5s. Uh-oh. No 4. No 4. And the 5 comes on the river and gives Hertz the boat. Glenn hit the nut flush, but Hertz hit the boat with the 5. Wow. Hertz gets it done. Glenn can do nothing but shake his head and take third place. But you know what, Glenn? It's good for a Sunday slots entry, so congratulations. And you get some Dark Seither with that puppy. Hertz and Disco. Who's going to get the poker at the tavern? Looking at it. Well, it's 144 to 101, so it's anybody's ball game. Blinds are 4,000, 8,000. Who's it going to be? Who's going to get the 40? Who's going to get the 20? Who's going to get the 10? Who's going to get the 7? Hertz and Disco. Hertz is really milking it. Either A, he has a bad signal and he's going to say he has a bad signal, or B, he's milking that clock for all it's worth.
He's been milking it the entire game, just so you know.
Well, you know what? There ain't a rule against it. It's a good play, especially whenever you have the chip lead. Push those blinds up, especially if you think you're a short stack expert. Do it up. 7, 10, 7. Disco and Hertz. Rainbow board, 18,000 sitting in the middle. Blinds are 4 and 8, 1,000 antes. We got the Aaron Favre situation working now. 7, 10, 7 Dewey. It's a complete rainbow board, so there is no flush possible. And an ace on the river. Somebody would have been betting that ace pre-flop, I would hope. Oh! He was playing slow! Oh, he was playing snake in the grass with Slick. Hertz now has a 4 to 1 chip lead on Disco. Now he should be bringing the pain. Will he do it? Hertz has a 4 to 1 chip lead. He should bring raising. Press the issue. No. Doesn't do it. Gives the walkover. There's too much in the middle to give people walkovers at this point. At 4,000, 8,000, there's 14,000 sitting there in the middle. And both players are given walkover, so each has a walkover. 4,000, 8,000 are the blinds. 2 minutes. Hertz smooths, giving Disco a flop. 5, 10 deuce. Here we go. 8, 2 to a 6, 10. Oh, and it's over. It's over. Yep. Soon as the 10 hit the turn, it was over. Wow. Hertz wins Poker at the Tavern for the June edition. Disco finishes in second place. Congratulations to Glenn on taking third. John Gope misses out on the top 3. You got to finish on the podium at Poker at the Tavern. So Hertz wins the $40 in Matic and the 10 Seither. Disco gets 20 in Matic and 7 Seither. And Glenn wins the Sunday slots and 5 Seither. This has been Poker at the Tavern. Disco, you want a word? You finished in second place today. Hertz isn't in here.
No, just a good game, everybody. It was fun. It always is fun, and let's keep going.
That's it. Poker at the Tavern over. The next tournament coming up in an hour and 15 minutes is the Sold Out Celebration. Congratulations to everyone that is part of the Dead Poker Society and the Battle Bunnies. If you are a holder in the Dead Poker Society, you get to sign up for the Sold Out Celebration, any NFT. So if you want to play in the Sold Out Celebration, we're going to go back over here. I'm going to pull up the Dead Poker Society and go to announcements. I'm pretty sure... Is it in announcements? I think it's in announcements. Let's go and see. Yes, here it is right here. Sold Out Celebration. So the Sold Out Celebration happening here in an hour and 15 minutes. Prize pool, 100 for first, 75 for second, 50 for third, 25 for fourth, a DPS Pickle Pass, which is worth 25. Entry into High Rollers, that's another $25 value. Entry into August Strip Poker, so there's another mint value, so that's $25. Entry into Sunday Slots, $25 value. So 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, all a $25 value for the sold out celebration tournament. And a DPS Gherkin Pass, that's worth $10 for 9th. And the bubble. Oh, I love the fact that they have bubbles now for that. Entry into a Gherkin sign-up. So that'll be the next Gherkin tournament that happens. You'll need to get everything done to just get into that. So there is the sold-out celebration happening in an hour and 15 minutes. I'm not going to be broadcasting that. I might come back and broadcast the Hunted. Maybe. It all depends on how I feel and whether or not my voice is holding up good. But after a weekend of broadcasting, I like to tend to give my voice a little bit of rest. So that's happening in an hour and 14 minutes, and congratulations to the Dead Poker Society selling out the Summer Bash. It's the Road to Richmond time, everyone. So if you don't have a Dead Poker Society, make sure you grab one of the NFTs, because every one that you grab, you're guaranteed at least one chance at a Road to Richmond tournament that happens at the end of each month during June, July, and August. The Road to Richmond tournament is the second annual in real life Dead Poker Society Invitational, being broadcast from the Richmond Convention Center. And I probably shouldn't have said that. Yeah, well, I'll just leave it at that. But it's at the Richmond Tattoo and Convention. It's going to be happening in the third week of October in Richmond, Virginia, and it's in its 36th year. So it's not like it's a fly-by-night thing. This is a big-time thing. Dead Poker Society, we're not a fly-by-night thing. We are the real deal. So want to see everyone joining in. And I don't know if you can purchase one off of the secondary market right now and get into the sold-out celebration. I think the only requirement is to hold one, right, Disco, if I'm not mistaken?
No, I'm sorry, I was not listening.
In order to play in the sold-out celebration, since Aaron's not in here, I am going to assume that as long as you're holding one of the summer bashes, that you can get into the sold-out celebration.
You are correct, sir.
Okay, so right there, Disco just affirmed it. So I'm holding Disco's feet to the fire. Just go onto the secondary market, grab one for $20. So for $20, you can win anywhere from 25 and up. All you got to do is make the final table. Right now, there are 80 people holding Dead Poker Society NFTs. I'm going to refresh this right now. Let's see it. 80 unique owners. So there's only a possibility of a total of 80 people playing. So all you got to do is make the final table. One person out of every 8 tables makes a final table. So come on over, grab an NFT. You can grab one for as low as 30 Matic, $19.68, maybe $19.70, because it's on the Polygon network, so you're only paying pennies on the dollar for the gas fees. And you know what? Grab yourself a Dead Poker Society NFT. Come and play in the sold-out celebration that's happening in an hour. So come on over, man. Join into the Dead Poker Society. We have so much fun. You will be shocked if you've never been in a poker club that has a subscription-based model. That's what we are. And you have an hour just to come and get to know everybody. So if you're watching and you don't hold a Dead Poker Society and you liked what you've seen today in the broadcast, come on over and give us a little bit of a test run. We promise you won't be hating the fact. So come on over and have some fun. With that being said, this is Lord Galaban saying peace out. Catch you all later.